We did load up with water today, so that's a little extra weight. There's our trail angel. Hello, Angel.
Hello. Thank you so much for letting me host you. I can't tell you how much fun it was having both of you.
No.
Honestly.
Took way more than we deserved.
No, I don't
hospitality.
believe that for 1 minute. It's just so nice to just meet people such as yourselves. We never would have met if it weren't for it, and that love of the trail is,
The love of the trail.
So, and you're gonna make it because everyone that stays at my house makes it.
Karma, good karma.
Yep.
So
Today we're here and we're headed up the
No,
mountain.
that's a highway.
We're headed
Start over.
Today we're here and we're headed up the mountain.
Northbound.
Northbound. Welcome to day 99. 9:30, we're on trail. It is just as steep as it looks.
Huh.
Yeah, that is kind of a steep pitch, isn't it?
What is that?
It's just a big rock.
That's the trail. All right.
Everything has right and left markings.
Yeah.
We're an hour in, we've come about 1.2 miles. I think we've climbed about 1,000 feet. We're up on the top of a place called Blue Ridge. In a little bit we'll be tackling Wolf Mountain.
And we're going to use Ursula's equation today. Every 1,000 feet of climbing is worth an hour.
Yeah.
So we're going to allow for that.
We
And
got a
it's
lot of climbing today.
yeah, it's about 80 degrees, bit humid.
It's a tough day.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenging day. the foot puzzle is, well, you know, New York got us ready for this. Pennsylvania got us ready for this. But it's been a non-stop challenge. Just crazy rock faces. And then you get real close and you look and you say, oh, well, I guess that's a foothold. And you just pray that there's enough friction, that your shoe grip is good enough to use that little divot as a foothold. So it's been ongoing. Now we've been out for
1 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's our current rate, 1 mile an hour. So we're kind of leaning towards Eliza Brooks as our stopping point tonight, and then hit the Kinsman's fresh in the morning, and then, you know, just have fun with the foot puzzle today, and make sure that we keep our strength and keep our joy as we go into the whites. Okay, here's what I'm going to have today. We've got bacon, pre-cooked, shelf-stable bacon. It's good until you open the package, and we managed to eat the whole package at once, so that's pretty good for us. And then I've got brioche buns, which sadly I've turned into those ultra-thin buns, but they'll be delicious anyway. And then there's a variety of snacks. 'This is the Eliza Brook shelter. It is in beautiful condition. Being a nice day, and we project a nice night, we're going to sleep here in our tent. This shelter site has designated tent pads, and you have to camp on the tent pads. This one just fits us. Which I think is a result of people coming in and sanding the logs clean again. It looks really nice. It looks really new. Very fresh and clean. "4 p.m. We've been here about 20 minutes, long enough to set up the tent, get our air mattresses inflated, sliders off getting water, and we're calling it a day. The trail today was rough. It was the kind of trail that we only get about 1 mile per hour. That's pretty awful. I mean, 1 mile an hour, but it was rugged. So we're calling it a day. Tonight's dinner is an experiment with soaking. We've got some Velveeta mac and cheese, and we're doing a hot soak of the pasta. I've got a timer set for 10 minutes. We'll see how it goes. I chose it because the Velveeta comes with a sauce packet, so I don't have to have butter and milk to mix it up. It's already gooey and good, and loads of calories. I'm going to give our mac and cheese experiment a total fail. I don't know how it's possible for pasta to taste undercooked and overcooked at the same time.
It's just okay.
That's not what you said before.
Call it an emergency meal only. So what did you think of today?
Today was rough, and our mileage was really low for it being as hard as it was, but I'm pretty wiped out.
Yeah, so the trail was much more rugged than we anticipated. Not a lot more rugged than going up Moosalok, But I mean, it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
It was rough. A lot of times I use the term well-groomed. I'll say that the trail is well-groomed and we made really good time. Well-groomed to me is like when the trail is broad and smooth, and it can have rocks and roots, and you know, we have to watch our feet anyway. But today was not that trail. It was not well-groomed. It was not the kind of trail where we could breeze along at 2 miles an hour or even 1.5 miles an hour. Today was the kind of trail where you are slogging along at 1 mile an hour, and every step was a foot puzzle. I mean, it was climbing up smooth boulders, and it was trying to find a way across a mud pit. There was this one mud pit, and my trekking pole, I was poking around in it. My trekking pole went down 18 inches into the mud before it hit anything solid. So yeah, we do try to avoid those mud pits like that.
I stepped on what I thought was a rock, and it was just a dry bit of mud, and my foot sunk in over my ankle about 6 inches.
Yeah, you were lucky it wasn't more than that.
Thankfully, my shoe did not come off in the mud, because it would have been a search to find it, and my pant leg acted like a gator, so I didn't get mud down in my shoe. But boy, there's a discernible difference in the color of my two shoes right now.
Yeah, it's not. You can't. You're not going to be able to like present those shoes as new and fresh.
No, but foot placement was everything.
You took a fall today.
I took a fall today. I pitched over forward. If I hadn't been able to take a knee, I probably would have landed flat on my face, scuffed my arm a little bit, you know, on a rock. But the trail is much more challenging than it has been at any point on our hike so far.
So what was our mileage today?
We only did 6.5 miles in about 6.5 hours. So we started at 9:30.
Yeah, that was it was a late start. We knew it was going to be a late start, so we really didn't think we were going to make it up the Kinsmans today. You know, and ultimately, it doesn't matter whether we did a 6 today or 14 today, because the answer is still the same. Tomorrow evening, we're going to be in town and we're going to resupply. So we only had 18 miles to go in 2 days. Not even 18, I think it was like 17 miles.
17 and change.
Yeah, to go in 2 days. So to break this off before we started climbing the Kinsmans just seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, I think we have about 9.5 to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll get up early. We'll climb the first of the two Kinsmen. It's about an 1,800-foot climb, and we'll do that early in the morning when it's nice and cool. The afternoon up here has been warmish, but it was hot on the slope. So just, you know, in sum, it was just a good choice to stop short and relax. Wake up in the morning, and we'll hit the slope when it's cooler and we're refreshed.
And we're looking at a weather forecast that maybe has the temperature breaking a little bit.
Yeah.
The heat breaking a little bit, so maybe we'll get some, you know, cooler temperatures. Certainly, if you're gonna have to climb 1,800 feet of very steep, rugged terrain, you'd much rather do it when it's in the 50s or 60s than when it's in the 80s and 90s.
Thanks for joining us.